Welcome to Star Talk. I'm Ken Eccles, and we're happy to have you with us on the program tonight. We have a phone number. Everybody knows this, or why do I keep saying this? We have a phone number that you can call. The number is open up there. You can also email us at the email address, which is keneckleslive@gmail.com. And we would love to hear from you either way, by phone or by email. Emailer emailed and said it's supposed to get really cool tomorrow, sort of like autumn. That's what the emailer said. So I looked up the forecast, and I don't see much like autumn in the weather. Although it is going to be moderated, according to the forecast I saw, and according to what the emailer said. There's going to be moderation tomorrow, and we should all seek moderation in all things, I believe. And so tomorrow the highs are going to be possibly in the low 80s, which would be quite a bit below the average for this time of year. And again, moderation. Autumn, I don't think so. I don't expect to wake up tomorrow morning and see orange and red leaves on my oak trees, but it'll be nice. If it only gets into the low 80s tomorrow, it'll be nice. I'll take it for sure. We have a how many way tie? We have a 3-way tie for first place as we start our new segment of the NASCAR contest, because 3 folks picked the 11 yesterday. And those 3 were Citizen D, Leon, and, well, I said 3 folks. Actually, it was 2 folks, and Chat GPT picked the 11 yesterday. So Citizen D, Leon, and Chat are tied for first place right now with 40 points each, having picked yesterday's winner. But there are a whole lot of people real close together right now, real close together. Lady in Black has 39, so she is in second place. And then who's got 38? Mr. Leaksville has 38. Early Bird, the Liberal, and Captain Midnight, all with 37. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Well, good evening, Mr. Ken.
Good evening. How are you?
Oh, we're good. Where did I finish?
It wasn't good. It wasn't pretty for you yesterday.
Well, just tell me the truth, and I'll take it like a man.
Well, you had taken a chance on the 88 for an oval, and he didn't do too well. You have 11 points, so you're in 14th place, but it's only week 1.
Okay, where are they racing at next, sir?
Oh no, you got me again. You're going to have to look it up. I don't remember.
Okay, give me a second. Let me go to the official.
Why don't you have some of your people do that?
Everybody's off tonight. I gave them the night off. I got tired of it.
Well, that doesn't bode well for their futures in your organization, does it?
Well, I just wanted to get rid of people around me. I want some peace and quiet.
They're only people after all, and you can discard them as you see fit.
Yes, they're just like they just like paper.
Okay, all right. That's certainly a comforting and warm-hearted thought, and we appreciate that. Have you figured out that race schedule yet?
No, I haven't. Well, you're not on in Danville right now tonight. I don't know why the picture has frozen up, but I'm going to call tomorrow about it.
Okay. Well, I don't know why that is. I'm sorry to hear that. But if you can find that schedule, I'd appreciate it.
Well, I'll probably call back with it, but I'm going to here to make my pick for the week.
All right. Well, you don't have to call back. I can look it up myself. I mean, for goodness sakes, I don't have that many things I have to do while I'm sitting here. So I'll look it up. Who is your pick for this week?
I'm going with the number one.
The number one, Ross Chastain. Charles from Danville has the Watermelon Man for the coming week, wherever the race may be. It is in the book.
Yes, and most likely I will be. I done text Charles a nasty letter.
Which Charles Rourke?
Yeah.
To what effect?
So far, not good. The picture, there's a man and a woman holding on to each other, and it's got the word GET on it.
So that's what you're seeing on your screen right now?
Hold on.
Okay, we'll wait.
Well, it's on 17.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know who that would be. Is it like a scene from a movie, or is it a couple of local people holding on to each other? Who is that?
It's not no local. It looks like a scene from a movie.
A thing from a movie. All right. Well, see if you can figure that out. By the way, race next week, and I don't know how I forgot this. The race next week is at Indianapolis. It's where they're racing next week.
In other words, where the Indy cars actually do some good work.
Well, yeah. Well, the Indy cars do race there a lot. So that's the next week's NASCAR event is at Indy.
Well, I'm going to have to call and have a talk with Charles. I would ask my people to do it, but I feel like when I'm yelling at somebody, I do a better job.
Well, I'm sure you do. Plus, you've given your people the night off anyway. So why don't you go ahead and handle that yourself?
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to text him but one time.
Only
once. I'm going to make it only once. As when he gets a stalling, he gets a nice text. Tomorrow he gets a stalling.
All right. Well, you got to be firm with him. You really do, and let us know how that goes.
Why should I be nice to him? I don't have a nice bone in my body.
I didn't say nice. I said you had to be firm with him.
Well, I could send him a pink slip.
Well, you could do that too, but I'm going to leave that up to you because I'm sure you will apply much greater wisdom and thought to the issue than I would. And thanks for taking care of that, and thanks for calling.
Bye, sir.
Good night. All right, so apparently we're not on in Danville tonight, at least not at his house. But you never know. Sometimes we're not on in Danville at the beginning of an hour, and then suddenly, as if by magic, we will appear in Danville. So maybe that'll be the case tonight. Maybe. Phone line is open. There's the number up there. You can give us a call. You can also email us at kennicleslive@gmail.com. And we'd love to hear from you either way, by phone or by email. And what do we have here? It says, "Hi, Ken. It is going to be cooler tomorrow. Or should I say less warm?" No, that works. But don't get too used to it because then it's going to get hot again. Could you, since we're talking about this, let us in on what the Old Farmer's Almanac says about tomorrow, since you are a follower of the Old Farmer's Almanac? Well, I am a follower of the Old Farmer's Almanac, and it does not specifically address tomorrow. Tomorrow being July 22nd. The folks at the Old Farmers, I guess they are at the Old Farmer's Almanac, don't reduce it to a daily forecast. They simply give us an overview, an overarching prediction as to what the season will be like. And I'm sure that tomorrow, whatever happens tomorrow, I'm sure it will be within the parameters defined in the Old Farmer's Almanac overall prediction for the summer. And I don't have it in front of me, but I know what it says. Of course, I look at the forecast faithfully. So I can't read it to you exactly, but I can tell you that the Old Farmer's Almanac for this summer said there would be periods of extreme heat, interspersed with periods of average heat. And the Old Farmer's Almanac said that thunderstorms would be frequent this summer. And I find no fault with that forecast. I don't know that anybody could gainsay or contradict the accuracy of that forecast, because that is precisely what we have seen so far this summer. And once again, the Old Farmer's Almanac hit the nail right on the head, as they say, with its summer forecast. So I don't know. I don't know really that I can or that I need to say anything more to demonstrate the forecasting excellence of that publication. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
How you doing tonight, Ken?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good, man. How did I finish yesterday? I knew I wasn't on the top, but just wondering how I did finish.
Not real good. You had the 20. You're not
Right.
all the way at the bottom, but you are number 13 with 23 points in 13th place.
23 points.
Yeah.
Okay.
But again, it's only the first week.
Oh yeah. I did. I thought the boy was going to pull it off yesterday, Ken, and about 4 laps to go or whatever it was, 14 laps I think it was. Then it started raining. That a little bit everything happened yesterday.
I'll tell you what, that was as convoluted a finish from the time the rain started till they finally finished the overtime. That was as strange as they get.
It was, man. I mean, they were sitting out there. I had a red flag with a yellow flag, and if I'd have been Denny Hamlin and didn't end up winning it, I'd have had a few words to say to NASCAR about that. But I mean, just the whole thing was kind of messed up there. I mean, it was a really good race. Don't get me wrong, and I was glad to see Denny win it. I was. If Larson,
Bush.
Bale hadn't won it. I was glad to see Denny win it. Matter of fact, I want to pick him this coming week.
Okay. And Indy, Mr. Pelham picks the 11 at Indianapolis. You realize I should have realized, but I didn't quite realize how many races he has won. That was his 68th.
Yeah, he's a good driver. I mean, really good.
Was 58th or his 58th? I'm sorry.
Yeah, about almost 60, somewhere in that neighborhood. Yeah, but he's won a lot of races. He has.
So how many drivers have won 58 races and never won a championship?
I don't know about that one, but it'd be hard to say.
But how many races did Mark Martin win?
Don't know, Ken. It was close to it, I would think.
Yeah, I think Mark Martin is probably has the most race wins without a championship, but Denny Hamlin has to be close to that.
Yeah. Well, look how long Earnhardt ran before he won the Daytona 500. I mean,
oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, it's just something happened. Yeah.
21 years, was it?
It's something like that, Ken. I can't remember for sure, but it was a long time.
It was close to 20. I think his rookie year was 1980, maybe.
I can't remember, Ken. I can't remember.
Oh, I don't know. Anyway, it was at least 18 years and maybe longer that he tried to win the Daytona 500.
Yeah. And let me ask you something. Has Duke Power got an increase? And I know with all this hot weather, everybody's light bill is higher than normal. I understand that.
Right.
But I don't keep my house cold enough to kill hogs in and that kind of stuff. But
has to be pretty cold to kill hogs.
Yeah, well, every time I go to my daughter's house, I said, "My Lord, what are y'all doing? Killing hogs in here or what?" I mean, it's like 68 degrees in there, winter and summer. But but,
Yeah.
my light bill month before last, Ken, was $74, what it usually averages,
Mm-hmm.
And then last month it went from 74 to 99. Well, I got my light bill out of the mailbox today, and it was 147.
Whoa.
And yeah, I know a lot of people that their light bill has just about doubled in the last month, and it's they're doing the same thing they normally do. The thermostat stays about the same. Yep.
I haven't seen mine, so I don't know. I haven't
Well, make
seen
sure
it.
make sure you're sitting down when you do.
Yeah, I will. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm obviously it's going to go up. There's no surprise there with all the air conditioning that are running. That's kind of a surprising increase, though, from 72 to 90 something to 147.
Yes, sir. And since month before last, that's what it's gone from that and then to now. I mean, I had to look at it twice. And what But yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, that's pretty steep. What's on the? If you look at the bill, how is it itemized? Which thing? There should be a list of charges on there. Which one went up the most?
I hadn't really went in depth that far on it, Ken. I saw that 147 and I shoved it right back in the envelope.
Yeah, you really don't want to look anymore after you see that.
Yeah. And another thing too, Ken, I went to Danville this morning. I went down to Kubota Place and got some oil in the filter for my tractor, which I changed that today. And I hadn't eaten breakfast yet, so I came by a little restaurant down there on Riverside Drive in Danville. And I had a big glass of tea with me. I'm a big tea drinker. And I said, shoot, I'll just stop in here and get me a sandwich, and get it and go and go on back home, eat it, and change the oil in my tractor and stuff. But anyway, I walked in that restaurant and I said, can I get a BLT to go? And the lady said, oh, sure you could. She said, you want to drink or anything? I said, no, I don't need that. And she said, it'll be $7.55. And I thought she was kidding with me because she's always cutting up kind of. Yeah. And I said, I didn't ask for the combo, ma'am. I just wanted a sandwich. She said, I know, $7.55 plus tax for a BLT. I said, no, I'm going to pass on that.
Was that on some special bread?
I don't know, Ken. Not as I know of. Just toast, mayonnaise, lettuce, tomato, and bacon. That's usually what it.
$7.55.
Yeah, and I left there, and Hardee's right next door to it almost. Pizza Hut separates them. But I went up to Hardee's and asked for a sausage and egg biscuit. Didn't want no drink or anything. I said, I want a sausage and egg biscuit with a military discount. I go on up to the window, and the lady says, that'll be $4.05. I said, did you give me the military discount? She said, yeah, that's with the discount. For a sausage and egg biscuit, Ken.
Well, how much is the discount? How much would it be without the military discount?
Military discount is 10%. So it'd been 45-cent discount.
Okay. Well, I trust that those are excellent dishes made with the highest quality ingredients by well-trained personnel. So,
right. Yep.
So there's the charge right there. $4.45.
Yeah. No drink, no nothing. I mean, I did get a bag and a napkin, if you want to include that, but
yeah,
it's crazy.
Right. Well, now when I worked at Hardee's, now there's no point in bringing it up when I worked at Hardee's because that was in the 19th century. But I don't. What did we get for sausage and egg biscuit? Probably about $1.10, I guess, something like that. But times change, don't they ever?
Yeah. Yeah. Another thing too, Ken, I hate to be the burden of bad news, but just kind of the way I am. But I got my homeowner's policy today too, where this is the first insurance bill I've gotten since my tax increase, personal property tax increase.
Yep.
Last year was $800 even, flat, zero, $800, right?
Right.
Well, this year it's 947.
Yep. Well, I know that story. I've seen one thing I have seen is my homeowner's insurance policy. And it went up, it was about 10%, 11% that it went up.
Well, do the percentage on that from 800 to 947. What is that? 15%?
Yeah, pretty close to it, 15, 16%. So
Yeah.
I guess I kind of did better than you, but I still didn't do real well, at least not in my. But you know, the value of your home goes up. That comes back to the revaluation. The value of your home goes up, then your insurance premium is going to go up. It follows as the day, the night.
Right, Ken. But my home, my home was valued at $157,000. Now it's valued at $277,700.
Well, congratulations to you on becoming obviously a man of means in the past year. But you know, your insurance company looks at that, and your premium's going to go up. It's unavoidable.
Well, I'm saying all of that to say this, and I'll close with this statement, Ken. I sure will be glad when Donald Trump gets in that White House, so things will start coming back down again. Oh, let me guess. He's already in there, is he not?
Yes, he is. Yes,
and I want to thank all our 5 Republican county commissioners for overseeing this tax reevaluation thing.
Well, and somebody will point out, so I'll go ahead and do it for them, that the revaluation happened before Donald Trump was president, for whatever that might be worth to you.
True, but we do have 5 county commissioners that approved the tax increase. Right?
That is true. You are correct.
Have a good night, Ken. Thanks so much for taking my call.
Thanks for calling. Phone line is open. There's the number. The email address is keneccleslive@gmail.com, and you can give us a call or send us an email, whichever works best for you. Hello, Ken. Emailer says, "What is this I hear about flesh-eating bacteria?" We'll get back to flesh-eating bacteria in a second. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hey, Ken, it's Mark from Marion.
Hey, Mark. How are you?
Okay, how you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Okay, that's good. Where I stand at right now with the last race.
Okay, Mark, you are you're in 9th place. But you're only 5 points out of first place. First place is 40 points. You've got 35 points. So you off to a pretty good start in the first week.
Oh, okay. I want to go ahead and pick Denny Hamlin, number 11.
Okay. Mark from Mayadan picks the 11 for Indianapolis. It's in the book.
Yeah. And I just went to Checkers. They got the tomatoes in, the one I told you, German Johnson, and the homegrown, they got them in the day.
Okay, Checkers has German Johnson tomatoes back again. Folks, be advised. Oh, I'm supposed to ask you a question. Mark, wait a minute.
What's that? Yeah.
Somebody wanted me to ask you a question. What is the cost of an average meal at Checkers? Do you know right off the top of your head?
I don't even know. I have no idea. But I can tell you where everything's going up is a little bit higher than it used to be.
Okay, well, that's not much of a surprise. Okay, well, I appreciate it. But somebody was curious about that, so maybe I can tell them to call Checkers and ask.
Yeah, no, I just got done going to Checkers a while ago, and I see my cousin Marvin up there, and a guy named Fred, which Fred knows people from Star News, so they call him Santa Claus. I don't know if you know him or not, but I just went to Checkers a while ago. I seen him up there a while ago.
All right, well, good. Some celebrities hanging out at Checkers. Good news.
Okay, all right. Thanks again.
Thanks, Mike. Good to hear from you. Let's see. Where were we with the standings here? We've got 3 people tied for first place. ChatGPT, Citizen D, and Leon, 40 points each. And I think we had worked our way down to 13th place. Mr. Pelham is 13th with 23 points. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
How you doing, Mr. Eccles?
I'm doing well. How are you?
All right. I think it's Mr. Pelham that called it, that was talking about the BLT.
Yeah.
Well, he got me thinking. I am a single person. So I cook for myself most of the time, and it's just about as cheap to eat out, which I do quite a bit as well. And I don't eat nearly as much fast food as I used to, but in the rare occasion I do, it's like you can't just order what you want with those places. You have to always get the deal. Like, you know, I'll go through, you know, and you always have to ask what your biscuit specials at Bojangles or Hardee's or wherever. And they'll always have a 2 for $5. Sometimes it's sausage and eggs. Sometimes it's a tenderloin biscuit. Sometimes it's whatever. But if you order any of those biscuits, it's like that man said, it's going to be $5.50, $6 just for a tiny little biscuit that is going to be like a rock in your gut anyway.
Well, there's nothing like a rock in the gut, especially if you can get it for only $5. That's a deal anytime. Well, you know, fast food is like everybody else over the years. Costs go up and prices go up. And I guess the truth of it is that if he got that sausage egg biscuit for $4, I doubt he could have done any better anywhere else.
No, certainly not. And if you have somebody who's gonna, you know, like these little mom and pop places that still make real food, it's gonna be more expensive because their costs are more expensive. But however, I will mention if he's near a cookout restaurant, now they'll give BLTs. I think their BLTs, it used to be $1. They might be $1.50 or $2 now, but a lot of people don't even know that they have them. But you can, you can get BLT. It's
$1.50 or $2, really? That's cheap.
Yeah, you can get a grilled cheese at Cookout for $1 still.
Wow, how big is it?
I mean, it's their regular sandwich bread. It's a little small BLT. I mean, that's all it is. But I mean, it's a regular sandwich bread. But yeah, you know. But I mean, for the price that you pay, you'll be happy for what you get.
So you're like the Cookout district manager. Is that what you're doing here?
No, I just I've eaten at Cookout over the years, and they're one of these places that you have to know how to order to get the deal. You know, okay. It's like anywhere else. See, I'll tell you another little Cookout secret. All their burgers, they have a bunch of different names of burgers. You know, they got the big double burger and the whatever burger, but they're all a quarter-pound burger. Right. No matter how you go about it, it's just a quarter-pound burger. But if you get their meal, it's reasonable. It's, you know, $9, something like that. But I know that quarter-pound burger is about $4.50. But if you just order the half-pound burger by itself, it's $5.50. So $1 more gets you another quarter-pound patty.
That's good to know.
Oh my goodness! But it's just funny how these businesses
fast food.
Well, it's just funny that it's like McDonald's. I never eat at McDonald's anymore, but I used to eat there regularly. And the thing that always blew my mind is that if you go there and order a meal, it's going to be $13, $14 nowadays.
Yep.
I mean, you can go to Applebee's and eat for the same price. So I don't know why you'd go to McDonald's, but if you take the time to download their app and to do this and to do that, you can get these specials and basically end up spending half price. But it's like, I guess they make money off of people who don't want to take the time to do all that. And to me, it's not worth it because the food's not good enough.
Okay. Well, the McDonald's folks will appreciate you saying that. But it's just like everything else. Stuff gets expensive. I remember the first McDonald's I ever had, and we're going back in history now. I remember the first McDonald's meal I ever had was a regular burger and a Coke, and it cost me 30 cents. But I think that price is off the board now.
Well, that was the value that McDonald's always had, was the price point. And back got to be the early 2000s, they came out with that dollar menu. They were the first one to do that, the dollar menu.
Right.
Which it got them from both sides. It was such a huge thing. It had an influx of customers. They were making money hand over fist. But the problem is that as the prices went up, that dollar didn't make as much sense. They were losing money. And they came out, with the different marketing ideas, $1, $2, $3. But the thing is, it became so convoluted that nobody knew what they were saving. They just knew that they were spending more money. And McDonald's is been year after year just losing market value. So
yeah, it's tough out there.
For such a huge company, it's interesting.
Well, look at Dollar Tree. You can't get anything for $1 at Dollar Tree anymore. Eventually they'll have to change the name, I guess.
Well, but Dollar Tree bought. Trying to think of what they bought. I guess it wasn't Dollar General. I think Dollar General is still its own thing, but they bought one of those large
Family Dollar, right?
They bought Family Dollar then, I guess. And when they did that, they changed their price structure to $1 to $5. So I don't think anything costs over $5 at this point, but I don't know if they still are, but at one time they were one of the most profitable companies, in the U.S. for their ratio, I guess.
Oh, I'm sure they were. They probably still are.
But I guess that's the thing. They wait another 15 years, and then they turn it into the $1 to $10 or $5 to $10.
Mm-hmm. Or $50 to $100 might be attractive in 10 years. Who knows?
But I'll say this, and then I'll get off. A company like that now is pretty interesting because they have a lot of, just off-brand stuff that's just not worth anything. But they do have a decent stock most of the time of name brand products. And most of the time those products are just nearing the end of shelf date, or it's been discontinued or something for some reason. But, they make money for a reason. I mean, people can go in there and buy Gain, or whatever name brand soap or dish detergent or whatever they want, for a quarter of the price of what they spend at the grocery store.
Well, as a single man, you probably know all that stuff.
Yeah, I just think as someone who doesn't like to spend a lot of money, I know all that stuff
too. Okay,
I would imagine a fair amount of the viewers here have shopped Dollar Tree, Dollar General, and then Walmart. Nowadays, Walmart, that's going big.
Yeah, in fact, they've rearranged all their stuff here in Eden. I don't know why. They rearranged the whole store. Now you can't find anything. But when you do find it, it's going to cost you more than it used to.
All right, Mr. Eccles, I'll let someone else call in. Thanks for your time.
Calling. Good to hear from you. Phone line is open, and the email address is keneckelslive@gmail.com. And what were we talking? Were we talking about flesh-eating bacteria? Ken, what is this all about? These flesh-eating bacteria? I hear the North Carolina beach is all eat up with flesh-eating bacteria, and if you go in the water, you get it. I don't know. No, I really don't know much about that. I know all the time, just as a matter of course, there are bacteria in water, especially at the beach. There's going to be some bacteria out there. Do we have now an inordinate level of bacteria, because flesh-eating bacteria that are going to fall upon you and consume your flesh when you go into the water at the beach? I don't know. I haven't heard that, so I really don't know what to say about that. I don't know. So if somebody can shed any light on that topic, by all means do so, because I don't think I'm going to be able to. Now, where were we? Mr. Pelham is 13th. I know he's getting tired of hearing that, but we'll say it one more time. Mr. Pelham is 13th, and then it's 14th is Charles, 14th, and then we come to 15th. We come to last place, 15th, which I find particularly interesting this week, because 15th place, last place, is occupied by the only participant in the contest who did not break double digits with his point total this week. In 15th place with nine points, it is, of course, Pretty Man. Pretty Man in the cellar with 9 points. And congratulations to Pretty Man for what really is, I think, a notable achievement, to be the only contestant not even to get to double digits in this first week of our contest. So there it is. Now, so far, we've got Mark from Mayadan and Mr. Pelham, who are taking the 11 for Indianapolis. Charles from Danville is taking the Watermelon Man for Indianapolis. This emailer says, Ken, do you remember the McDonald's ad? I think it was about a nickel and a dime. Was that McDonald's or was that somebody else? I think it was McDonald's. I think it was McDonald's. They had a little jingle. It was one of those annoying little jingles. It's in your head and you can't stop hearing it over and over again. And how did it go? A nickel. It was like 15 cents, a nickel and a dime. You can get, I don't remember all the words to the jingle, but I just remember 15 cents, a nickel and a dime. And the hamburgers were 15 cents. And I guess the drinks were 15 cents. And maybe the fries were 15 cents. But yeah, I remember the ad. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hey, Ken, I hate to call back in, but if anybody want to know what you asked me about the price of checkers, tell them call checkers now and ask for Mark from Mayadan's mom. She's working. She can tell you.
All right, Mark. Thank you. Okay, there's your advice on that. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Good evening, Ken. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
All right. I just got on the air just turned you on about 5 minutes ago.
Uh-huh.
I missed everything up to now, which is okay. But do you remember? You remember Burger Chef?
Oh yeah, I used to eat at Burger Chef a lot.
That was here before McDonald's was.
It was. Burger Chef was where in Reedsville, where Pete's is now. Used to be Burger Chef.
Yeah, well, Burger Chef here is now where about maybe Bojangles is, or Wendy's right about there.
Yeah. Burger Chef was a big deal. It was the first one we had where you could just,
Right.
walk down the street and get fast food.
Yep, sure enough. Yep, us too up here.
And what
And
they had, I used to like the fish. They had a fish sandwich at Burger Chef that I thought was really, I don't know how much fish was in it, but I thought it was really good.
back then it was probably real fish.
Maybe so. I really liked it.
Yeah, I like a good fish sandwich. I used to buy those 2 for a certain amount at Arby's
Yeah.
when they were like a triangle and they're real thick and crispy.
Hmm.
But now they don't hardly stick out of the edge of the bun.
Yeah, fish have slimmed down. The fish are on a diet. They've slimmed down these days.
They really have. And I don't eat fast food often, but I got on a crave and I ate Burger King, which, Whopper, you can have it your own way or whatever, Burger King. And
Yeah.
I got 2 of their long type chicken sandwiches.
Uh-huh.
And I got home and I looked at them. Good gracious, they wasn't a quarter-inch thick. And the bread had totally covered them all up.
You must have ordered the baby chick sandwich.
I think I did. I think they give me baby chicken.
Well, now, hey, get back to Burger Chef for a second. Did one of the others buy them out, or did they just go out of business?
I don't remember what happened to Burger Chef. I really don't.
Well, I don't know how it was in Draper, because I wasn't in Draper back then. In Reidsville, Burger Chef was a big cruising location. Like Saturday night and Sunday night, you go out and drive your car. Everybody would circle around Burger Chef. It was the place to cruise.
Well, we had the Eden Meadowgreen Shopping Center and the Burger Chef that we all did that in.
Yeah, those were the days.
It was up on Van Buren, right across the road from where McDonald's is now.
Yeah. So Burger Chef went out probably in, I guess it went out in the 70s, didn't it?
We're too old.
Disappeared in the 70s, I think.
Yeah. Do you remember Whataburger? It was in Danville.
Yes, I do. Andy, I think it was Andy's. Andy's Whataburger.
Yep. Andy's was the best I ever had, I believe, Ken.
Oh, that was great. That was on West Main Street, I think. Is that right?
Yeah. We'd stop
Andy's
there going to the beach and then coming back.
Wow, that was good. That was really good.
Now, they still got Whataburgers in places, but not around here.
Yeah, there's a Whataburgers chain now.
But
I don't think that's related to the old Whataburger in Danville, though. I don't think.
Andy's, I know it'd be hard to duplicate that.
Oh yeah, because that was not franchised, and I don't mean to be throwing off on franchise stuff, but Andy's was a one of a kind thing. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I had some giant burgers that was really good. It tasted so good.
Good night. You could order a hamburger. And make them. In fact, I'll tell you what I did once. I'll tell you what I did once at Andy's. I was on a date, and I took it to Andy's. No, I swear, I got one of the Andy's burgers, and I told him to cut it in half.
Oh no!
That's what I did.
Did you get a half a kiss at the end of the night?
No, I didn't even get that.
You cut the burger in half.
But it was a big burger.
Oh, sure, I know it, but I can eat. That's a good memory right there.
Yeah, well, money was scarce.
Oh, Lord of grace. Oh, I'm glad we can still remember things like that.
Yeah. All those memories are going to fade away at some point, and I won't know who I am. But right now, I still got them.
I had to be at the cemetery today. I shouldn't be laughing so hard.
No,
I had to go down there and explain my grave plot. to the director.
Well, it's all part of life. May as well enjoy it as best we can.
Yeah, somebody's trying to be buried on my grave site, and they ain't even my last name, and I own the whole thing. And they're going to bury him hard headed, squared away to dig the hole, and Fair Funeral Home take care of it.
Wait a minute. I missed something. Somebody's trying to put somebody in your grave site?
Yep, on my plot in Danview Cemetery, and the guy that runs it, Jay Johnson, there at Johnson Motors,
yeah,
he got in touch with me about it, and I said, "Man, ain't nobody got no rights to that but me." I said, "It's in paper, it's in writing in the book there that you have that I'm the sole inheritor of that plot." So I had to get all kinds of people involved to get it taken care of.
Good grief!
I know it.
Did it occur to you to set up maybe a rental agreement?
I told him I could lease him a piece of land.
All right. No,
I got about 40 spots of grave sites that I can sell to anybody who wants to buy them that want to be cremated.
Okay.
If anybody wants to be cremated, they can contact you. You can get in touch with me or whatever. I'll contact them. And I got spots in Danview Cemetery, probably 40 of them, that cremation can be put in.
All right. So you speculated on that then?
Me and the cemetery director did.
All right. Well,
he told me I could come down there he said I could come down there with a post hole digger, dig a hole, and dump anybody's ashes in it, and that's buried.
All right.
I said we used to do that at night.
but don't most people though? I mean, I don't know. We're going in a bad direction here. Don't most people though keep those ashes?
Well, if they don't want them to bother them, I mean, they go ahead and have them buried.
Oh, okay.
All right. Now, my brother's wife in Florida, my brother's been on her key in her closet on the shelf, and her dad too for about, I don't know, her dad about 40 years, 30 years, and my brother about 6 years now.
All right. Well, I guess when she passes on, probably somebody will want to dispose of those, and then they can call you.
They'll go to her son, because she's younger than me.
Yeah.
They'll go to my nephew, and he'll be stuck with them, which I'm sure he don't want. But I'm going to get in touch with him and tell him he can have them both buried here if he wants to.
So I'm saying then he can call you, and you can make him a deal.
Right. Well, I just do it. I mean, I give them to them. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I wouldn't sell them. Yeah, family. Right. Yeah.
All right.
But anyway, I give me number 5. Give me number 5 for this week. I'm going to take my chances.
Mr. Draper has the 5 for India.
You can't never count that 5 out.
No, he made a run at it yesterday.
Yeah, he come from way in the back.
Yeah.
I killed in that car all day.
When he always does. Anytime he gets put back like that, unless his wheel has fallen off, he's going to get back in contention. He will.
Yep. When he was racing with his dad on VCRs on TV and all, when he was a real little kid, he told his dad, he said, "Put me in the rear." And his dad said, "Why?" He said, "I want to pass every one of them."
That's a good attitude. That's how you do it.
Yep. Now, he ain't worried about starting in the rear. He knows got the ability as long as you got the car.
Well, you got him for Indy. Thanks for calling.
Okay. Where am I at? I'll hang up now, but where am I at? Go ahead. Bye-bye.
Well, you're in 9th place, but 9th place is pretty close. You got 35 points. Obviously, first place is 40 points. So you're number 9, but you're only 5 points off the lead. So almost everybody is bunched up right close to the top right now after this first week. So you're in good place. Mr. Draper has the 5 now to go along with Charles with the 1 and Pelham and Mark from Mayadan each have the 11. And I think we have another one here that we'll be able to take a look at in just a second. I think. Emailer, well, Citizen D is back where he belongs, on top of the standings. I plan on going wire to wire in this stage because if the Liberal can do that, I surely can match it. Please put Citizen D down for the 5 next week. So that's 2 for the 5. Citizen D is added to the list for the 5 at Indianapolis. This one says, Ken, you really brought back a memory when you talked about Burger Chef and cruising. I know back in the late 60s, way back in the late 60s, we used to spend probably 8 or 9 hours on a weekend in Reidsville just going up and down Scale Street. We would circle Burger Chef, and then we would go down to I think it was the King and Lee station, and circle back around there, and then back to Burger Chef. Those were good times. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Yes, Ken, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
All right. I'd like to deliver a message to tell Citizen D, don't try to duplicate the Liberal, cause the bar, tell these exact words, the bar is set too high.
All right. Okay.
All right.
We're going to have a special competition to watch this. Can Citizen D go wire to wire? We will see.
Yeah. You tell them the bar is set too high. I don't know. I even surprised myself. I know I surprised him.
Okay. We'll watch that very closely.
Right. Look, Ken, of all you mentioning the fine places to eat back in the 60s and 70s, you didn't say anything about the seal test in Meadow Dairy on Bridge Street. Why is that?
Street. That just because nobody reminded me of it. But it was good.
Yeah.
I ate there. I mean, I lived in Reidsville, didn't live in Leakesville, but I went to the seal test probably 25 times, I would guess.
Yeah.
I got over there a lot.
Man, that was the gathering place. People would go there, and everyone take the girlfriend home about 10 o'clock, and then we'd go gather at the seal test and go race.
Man, that was good stuff. I didn't do any race. I never had a vehicle fit for racing, but I was certainly fit for those seal test burgers with lettuce and tomato and cheese.
Oh boy!
Man,
oh
I love
yes!
those things.
Oh yes, it's mighty good there. Yes. Well, look. Let me ask you a quick question. There, they talking about changing the name. The Washington Commanders back to the Redskins.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
You hadn't heard that?
I had not heard that.
Yeah, they want to build a new stadium, and the president told them he was going to hold it up if they didn't change the name back to the Washington Redskins.
Huh. So are they going to build? They want to build it in D.C. Then, is that right?
Yes. But that land lost its jurisdiction. They for the next 19 years, D.C. is not control of it. Does not have control of it.
Okay.
That was passed back in the past. Yeah.
So who does the federal government has it?
It's part of D.C. property, but the federal government does not have the jurisdiction over it for the next 19 years. The owners of the team.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, They want to build a stadium, and the president says they can't build it unless they change back to Redskins. Is that what's happened?
Yes, he said, this for the sake of the Redskins, but the Redskins the Indians were the reason that they changed the name to start with for them and the Cleveland Indians, because they prefer to be known as Native Americans.
Well, on this D.C. land, and you're telling me this story for the first time. If the federal government does not control it, then how can the federal government stop them from building a stadium?
That's I guess that threat goes out like the $10 billion against Rufus Murdoch in the New York Times. You being a newspaper man, broadcaster and all that, how do you think that's going to turn out now?
Well, it's the Wall Street Journal.
Wall Street Journal, that's correct. Thank you.
Well, the way it's going to turn out will be determined by a rule established by the Supreme Court a long time ago, and that is to recover in a case like that, the plaintiff has to prove that the defendant knowingly lied, and that the defendant not only knowingly, the defendant lied with the intention of doing harm to the plaintiff, and that the defendant did in fact do harm to the plaintiff. So that's a pretty high bar. It's hard to win one of those things.
Right, and look, aren't you see, he had contacted Rufus Murdoch about that letter in releasing that story, and Rufus told him, "I'll take care of it." He didn't say I wouldn't print it. He said, "I'll take care of it," and he went ahead and printed the story concerning the letter, not the original letter, but he printed the story concerning the letter after he had been told. So, knowing how this man sued, do you think Rufus Murdoch would go ahead and publish something like that if he didn't have substantial evidence?
No, I don't think he would publish it unless he has what he considers substantial evidence. Now, obviously, I don't know what he has. I guess we'll find out if it comes to trial.
Yeah.
But no, he thinks Murdoch would not have done it unless he thinks that he's on solid ground with it.
And I'm surprised he going after the guy that owns. Does he own or control Fox News?
Well, he owns it, and we're out of time. I just looked at.
All right, thanks, Ken. I enjoy yourself.
Thanks. That's all the time we have for Star Talk tonight. We're on the air Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Thanks for watching. I'm Ken Echols.